Hello there, Pete here from NDO. As promised, I said I'd do a video on the coils, the different types that we've got in our range, the prices, what they're good for, what they're not good for, what machines they're more suitable for. So yeah, so let's this is a bit of a minefield, so please bear with, and we'll go from the through the range from the smallest on this side of the table right the way to the bigger ones, the 12 inches on this side of the table. So let's start with the 7-inch coil. This retails for £72, and if you've got any green wasted sites or iron polluted sites, then this is the coil for yourself. This will work on all the machines in our range. So that's the 7-inch coil. Nice little bit of kit that. Going up, we have the 9-inch Spider. This is a really good coil for iron infested sites. Also, I mean, I've used this on a 68-acre stubble field on a Roman. There's lots of Roman in the field, and this really did pick it out. Again, this is good for iron infested sites. This retails for £75 and is also suitable for all the machines in our range, from the 1 Plus UK edition right the way up to things like the Relictum, the Platinum, and so on and so forth. So that's the 9-inch coil there. Moving on, for the general use coils, we've got the 9x10 double D ecliptic. Now this is a really good coil, more suited for like clean soils. It's got good depth on it. This retails for, I believe, £80. It's really good for the manual ground balance machines, i.e. the Platinum, the Relictum, and the 5 Plus SE range, but this is also good on the fixed ground balance machines such as the 1 range and the 1 Plus UK. So if you've got a good pasture or good clean crop fields, a general use coil, the 9x10 gives you really good depth. So that's one to have in your armoury. So moving on again, we've got the 10.5. We all know what this is. This comes with most of the machines as standard. Another good general use coil. Good depth. It's got good coverage being at 10.5. This retails for £85, I do believe. And yeah, this is a really good general use coil. Even good on dry sand, as are most of these in the range. As we know that our machines don't really work so good on wet sand on the beach, but for dry sand use, these are excellent, and also the field. So that's the 10.5. So now moving on to the larger coils in the range. If you've got a field that is medium to heavy mineralised soil, and you have a fixed ground balance machine such as the 1 Plus UK or the 1 range, then this 12x10 double D ecliptic is the coil for yourselves. This retails for, I do believe, £90. Obviously all our coils come with the coil covers, which I'll go to in a little bit. So yeah, the 12x10 is the coil for fixed ground balance machines on medium to heavy mineralised soil. The 12-inch Spider. Now this coil I've used extensively myself on the fixed ground balance machines and my new Relictum. This is for light mineralised soil, so nice clean soil. If you've got a big cornfield, this is a nice big clean cornfield, that is crop field, pasture, nice and clean. This gives you good ground coverage, and this is a really good coil to use. Not on the 124, because it's quite a highly tuned coil. The higher kilohertz range, this does tend to get a little bit spiky, meaning you have to lower your sensitivity. You could lose a little bit of depth through that, but it's only going to be a matter of an inch or two. But this is a really good coil for all the machines apart from the 124 or the Platinum in 30 kilohertz. So anything that's the 8 1 or the 15 kilohertz 1 and the 1 Plus UK, you can get away with using this, but I'd stay away from using this coil if you have a 124. And the last one in the range is the Golden Mast 12-inch fighter coil. Now this one is for high mineralised soils only on manual ground balance machines, so the 5 Plus SE range only. Okay, this has to be ground balanced to the saws that you're using it on, and the only machines you can do that are the 5 Plus SE range. This coil retails for £95, so if you have a Platinum or a Relictum or any 5 Plus machine, then this really is one that you need in your armoury. So just a quick summary, you've got your smaller coils for your trashy and your green wasted sites, iron infested sites, so the 7 and the 9. Your general use coils, the 9x10 and the 10.5. And your larger ground coverage coils such as the 12x10, the 12-inch Spider, and obviously we know about the 12-inch Fighter. So if you have a 1 Plus UK edition, I mean, one coil will not do every situation you're likely to come across in the field. So a range of coils to keep in your armoury is really the way to go. So if you've got a 1 Plus UK or a 1 range machine, I would suggest having a 9, a 9x10 or a 10.5, and the 12x10. This one will do you for the mineralised soils. This is what this is designed for. If you have a 5 Plus machine, a Relictum, a Platinum or anything like that, I would suggest also a 9, the 12-inch Spider, and for the mineralised soil, the 12-inch Fighter. So yeah, so that's the range of coils. Any questions, just let me know and I'll do the best to answer them. We'll go on to a quick maintenance now, just to keep your coils in good working optimum condition. Each coil comes with a coil cover on the bottom there. With gentle persuasion, this will come off. You'll find this does a little bit of dirt ingress underneath there as well. So just give that a clean underneath, remove the coil cover, obviously put it back on once it's clean, keep the coil clean. The coil lead itself, try not to bend where the lead comes off the coil here. Try not to bend that over. Okay, there are lots and lots of fine filament wires that come through the cable and into the coil itself. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to bend that over and start breaking the fine filaments in there, because you're going to start having trouble with your coil and then you'll be contacting me for a new one. On the end of your coil lead, where it goes into your control box, underneath the ring screw there that attaches it to your control box, there's a little grub screw, okay, just in there. You'll see it on all of your coils. Once every month, just give that a little tighten up with a screwdriver. You know, that is a really important thing. If you're getting a lot of forcing from your detector, the first port of call will be this little grub screw up here. So yeah, so that's the coil range. Any questions, just drop me or Tony a message and we'll do the best to answer all your queries. Lovely, thank you.